Hey guys, what's up? TheFish here, back again in Rimworld Alpha 4 in what will be the final episode of Alpha 4. We're going to move on to Alpha 5 next week, and I had intended to get a whole bunch of things finished before we moved on. Unfortunately, unforeseen events have happened, and I'm not going to get the chance to record very long today, so this is going to be an extra short episode just to tidy things off. We're mostly just going to talk about things that have happened during this series and maybe finish off some things here and there as much as we can, but for the most part this is how the colony is going to end. So, things that have happened. We arrived with just 3 guys who managed to start building this pretty nice colony, has to be said. We slowly built up extra people over time. We have lost 2 of those original 3. They died in that attack that I really thought was the end of our colony. But we survived, and that's kind of been the theme. We've had a lot of crap thrown at us, but we have always somehow managed to come out on top. And that's awesome, really. That's the aim of the game, is to encounter hardships, but to best them, to come out of them stronger. And we've done that. Time and time again, we've done that. So I consider this colony to be a success. We've seen most of what the game has to offer in Alpha 4, and I'm very eager to move on to Alpha 5, where we have a whole bunch of extra cool features to look at, and an actual end game. There is a way to win the game. So we're going to try and do that in Alpha 5. But to do that, we need to say goodbye to the rock and our small but tightly knit community. And it's going to be sad to see it go. I really wanted the story to properly end. I mean, I know it sounds bad, but I wanted to lose. I wanted the colony to fail, because that's an appropriate end to a series. Fortunately, or fortunately, we've survived, and the story still has to end. And it's gonna end in kind of an anticlimactic way. What's this? Bullets. Go pick them up. Why not? Gives them something to do. But it would have been nice for some dramatic end to the series. But I'm just as happy with a quiet end. And a colony that we can leave knowing that they can probably survive without us. If the game were to keep running without us, they would probably do just fine. Apart from the whole thing that they can't mine without my input. But if they could, they'd be fine. So, oh dear. Squirrels have gone insane. Now this happened before and we nearly lost everybody, so let's not take any chances here. Let's get everybody together. Don't shoot each other, God. Anyway, is that it? No, there's still some more. Fighting back to back against the waves of crazy squirrels. I've learned my lessons from the last Squirrel Armageddon. God, that minigun. Okay, is that everybody? No, there's still another one. Another 2. There's loads of them. So that's the problem. Before, in our last Squirrel Apocalypse, I didn't realize just how many crazy squirrels there were. I killed a couple, I thought everything was fine, and then suddenly I discovered on the other side of the map, half of my dudes were unconscious. I think we're good now. Alright, what was I about to start talking about? Yeah, in terms of Alpha 5, I think we're going to start from now putting different alphas into their own distinct playlists on the channel, their own series, just to keep things straightforward. I mean, we have 20 episodes. This is episode 20. However, it is episode 16 of this particular colony. I'd just like it to be more obvious how long a colony has lasted in the playlist. So we're going to start splitting it up. If, say when Alpha 6 comes out, if it doesn't break save games, if we can still continue with our Alpha 5 colony, then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I see no reason to start again if we don't need to. But, like I say, we'll worry about that when the time comes. For now, though, we still have our quite wonderful colony of the Rock, and our band of survivors who have toiled together, fought shoulder to shoulder, and have survived. It's a shame we're not going to get the road finished, but I just do not have the time today. I have to rush out. I don't even know if I'll get this edited and started uploading before I have to go out. So I'm going to try. Hopefully this episode will go up today. That's Friday. For those of you not familiar with what today is, hopefully it'll go up today. I'm going to do my best, but I have to go to the doctors. A lot of crap like that, and I don't particularly want to, but that's life. We have to do things we don't want to do. I'd much rather play this for a whole bunch of time. I had actually planned to do an extra long episode, like play until the road was finished, until all our constructions were finished. Unfortunately, though, I just don't have the time. But I really want to end it today and start on Alpha 5 next time. So unfortunately, that's how it's going to happen. Muffle. Let's get Tasca down here. Hopefully, get down here before the Muffalo does. We'll grab Ian as well, because Tasca and Ian together should kick ass. He's probably going to go after Trigger. Yeah, let's get Trigger over here as well. Shouldn't stand much of a chance against these guys. Trigger can start shooting when it's a mile away. And the other guys will just shred it when it gets close enough. Do she the beast? Do you have it in your sight? Shoot it. Come on. It's close enough, right? You gonna shoot it? Shoot it? Yeah. Good shot. Testa's gonna show you how it's done. Oh, the poor boom rat got in the way. Yep, that worked. Tasca's actually pretty accurate with that thing. I guess he's used to it, and he's used it for a little while now. He knows how it kicks. I'm not sure you'd ever be able to really control a minigun. I know people do in Hollywood, but nah, I'm not convinced you'd be able to in real life. But anyway, we'll accelerate some more time. See what other escapades our guys can get into in the few minutes I have. I do apologize for this end to the series. I know it's probably not what you want, not what you expected, but sometimes life gets in the way of games. I know it sucks, but that's the way it is, unfortunately. Games cannot always be center in our lives as much as we want them to be. I'm gonna get those rooms finished at least. I don't think we'll get this finished because we're not actually making any planks because people are lazy. I think it's actually because everybody's mining. So once they finish digging, things should speed up. We might as well designate some more trees to be shot down. Shot down? Yeah, Tesla's gonna do it with his minigun. Can't even speak today. And we'll just accelerate some more time, see what happens. Let's take a look at the people we've lost. We lost Mathis, that was one of ours, I believe. I don't think that was one of ours. In fact, that's definitely not one of ours. We've had an asshole buried in our grave this whole time. Damn it. We have Killjoy, one of our starting guys. Professor was also one of our starting guys. They both died at the same time. We have the other Riceling, because we have two, which is kind of creepy, but Gray wasn't with us for more than a couple of days before he died. And Speedy. Good old Speedy. It's kind of sad. I liked all those guys that died. Except Gray. Gray wasn't really around long enough to grow attached to. But Killjoy and Professor, their loss cut deep. As we accelerate some more time, we end day 134, go into 135. And we wait, see what happens. I have about 5 minutes left. Hopefully something exciting happens. I'd like to end the series on a shootout, if at all possible. But we'll just take what we get. It's been a long road. I think it's the longest. Crazy muffle. That's not quite what I had in mind. It's the longest running colony I've had in the game to date. I don't think I've ever straight up lost a colony. I have a tendency to lose interest in colonies. I've spoken before. I can't remember in what video. I don't think it was a Rimworld video, but I've spoken before about how I have a tendency to lose interest in games very quickly. That's one reason I've started doing this whole YouTube thing, is to encourage me to see out games to the end. And hopefully I do that. Hopefully doing the YouTube thing means I actually finish some games for a change. That would be good. But yeah, we've lasted 135 days. We might get as far as 140 before I have to end things here. Most of my colonies I get to probably less than day 50 before I either start a new one or move on to another game until the next alpha. But you really see a lot more things later in the game. I would never have seen a mechanoid if I hadn't been playing through with you guys. And hopefully we'll see some more of those later. In fact, it's kind of pointless doing this since this series is basically finished, but we'll do it anyway. Let's disassemble mechanoids to get metal out of them. So there's not gonna be a big shootout. I'm disappointed. Makes me sad. No matter. Wait. Was this grave empty before? Who the hell's that? Oh, we're putting fucking assholes in our graves. Never mind. We'll never get to see this place looking clean or with the roads finished, which is unfortunate. Hopefully our next colony in Alpha 5 will be beautiful and tidy without bloodstains everywhere. What was this? Cargo pods. Stones. Costs. Now that I have less than a minute. Great. Oh well. We'll just have to imagine what it looked like. Maybe our next colony will be more beautiful. We'll see what sort of a start we get for Alpha 5, depending whether I make an open colony or dig into a mountain. Depends on the area where my colonists crash down. I always like to build where they crash down. Just, I don't know, I like it. But it'll dictate whether we go for an open air colony like this one, or a colony in a mountain, or a mix. A mix is always a possibility. We'll play until the end of day 137 here, and then we'll call it, because my phone is about to start vibrating madly to tell me I have to go do stuff. There it goes. You probably can't hear that, but I can. Shut it up, and then we'll prepare to end Rimworld Alpha 4. It's been fun. I really love this game. It's a bunch of fun, even in Alpha. It's still early days. There's bound to be more content, but even as it is, it's fun, it's enjoyable, and that's all you really want in a game. At least that's all I want in a game. And every new update brings awesome and interesting new features. And I'm really happy with the speed of progress and the direction the game is going. I'm very happy that I decided to buy into it early rather than wait until it was finished. It's one of those alpha purchases you can really be happy about. There's been a few, most of them very similar games to this. I mean, I've owned Prison Architect for a long time, and I love that game. That's another game I'm happy with the alpha purchase of. Project Zomboid, another one. There's been a few that I've been really happy to get onto early. There's been some where I haven't, which I won't name. But all in all, this has been a very enjoyable experience, building our colony, the Rock, and helping our ragtag bunch of survivors through the hardships of living on this Rimworld. But it ends here, unfortunately. But when we come back, we will begin a new colony, a new life, on some other Rimworld with some other survivors. And hopefully we'll have as much success then with those people. For now, though, this is the end of the series. We say goodbye to the Rock and move on to pastures new. So until then, I'd like to thank you all once again for joining me. As always, I've been TheFish. See you next time.